Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeno pod with Señor Pequeños, the most unrelaxed, relaxed comedy. With a new intro, 2.0 logo, fresh episodes every 2 weeks, and new guests. Please consider supporting us on Patreon, as it's the only way we've been able to successfully or unsuccessfully make these so far. Depending on the tier you pick, starting at 5 old buckaroonies a month, you can get in on our Discord, get a podcast t-shirt, get an exclusive podcast print, get on our monthly Jackbox game calls, make us read a note from you live on every episode, early access to episodes, extended 3-hour cuts, raw Zoom files, and more. Again, that's patreon.com/PequeñoPod, PEQUENO pod. Otherwise, rate us 5 stars on your app so we can read your review, answer our polls and questions on Spotify for each release, enjoy this free episode, and have a terrible day.
Y'all know what an upper decker is?
I don't.
You don't know what an upper decker is, Juliana?
No.
Do you know? Yeah.
Is it pooping on somebody's chest? What's that one?
No. I have a buddy of mine that was into that, but we'll talk about it later.
No, you don't.
I do, but an upper decker is when you take a shit on that top tank.
Oh.
It's an upper decker. Because then when you flush, because that's the water that refills, it just fills it with more shit.
Well, that's cute. But anyway, so this is Justin, intro for Justin. Oh man, we go back a ways. We met, in SIUE in undergrad.
No, we met through the second Vine app.
Fuck you.
It's me, Nick.
We just replaced one brown guy with another. All the viewers are like, oh, it is someone different. Anyway, we met in undergrad. I was killing myself in physics, and Justin was... solving
like me
shit.
to tell the story?
Oh, sure, why not?
So I'm up there, chopping that shit up like, hi, this is how balls drop. And this is the... Not like that. This is how balls drop, and this is the math you have to do.
I'm taking heavy notes. Really?
And I see this pretty white boy walk in, and I'm like, oh my god, is that my guy?
Is that the sun?
Is that the sun when the reflection came off? So I had to dim the lights when we...
Yeah.
No, it was a great old time, because Daniel was the... Okay, so I taught supplemental classes, like a TA job. And so I'd host TA hours like twice a week. And, of course, Daniel was the guy that only came the day before the exams. And just, hope for the best. And we got it.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me everything, yeah. Can you sum up the last month in 1 hour?
And he would. So,
My God,
it helped us.
you.
Yeah, I think I got an A in that class. Yeah, all on Justin. No, we have so many Snapchat videos of me walking in 45 minutes late to a 50-minute class, sitting down and asking Nathan, all right, so what happened?
Yeah, that's so fun.
Or you just sleeping the whole
Yeah,
time.
or me just sleeping. My favorite video of me sleeping in class is someone timed my, head bobs with doing a fishing thing. So it's just a video of this. I wish we could find it because it would definitely be a Vine energy type video. But it's just me every time my head goes back, he's like, and doing that thing. It's so fucking good. It's so funny. We have one where it's even everyone in the row is asleep watching baseball instead of even on the class. No wonder all of us were failing in engineering. Yeah, we were struggling.
Fall asleep in haphazardly places though. When I walked
driving
around the corner and he was just he was on the staircase just asleep, and I was like
falls asleep walking down the stairs.
Yeah, this is a good place for a nap.
He was sitting straight up like this, and his legs were straight out, and then I walked around the corner and was like, oh, okay, he's asleep.
I had memes going on my phone too, so I'm pretty sure in her video zooming in on me asleep on the staircase, my phone's just running through my For You page.
Yeah.
What's happening?
My algorithm is why did Daniel...
algorithm got fucked.
Yeah. My algorithm is why did Daniel watch this 1,072 times? But
do I have to call emergency service?
Yeah. It's like the Apple Watch. It's are you alive?
Okay?
Yeah, are you okay? Should we call the cops?
You need to stand up.
Yeah. And then I was like, I need to do stand up.
Bathroom the whole time though. I was waiting to use the bathroom, so I was like, he's taking a long shower.
Just crawl over his corpse and I gotta drop this upper decker. Let me just.
Juliana's in the dark. She's like, I'm just gonna shit on the stairs. I wake up at 1 a.m. on the stairs. Why is there shit in my lap?
Oh, speaking of shitting. No.
What this podcast is? Yeah?
No.
That too.
So, me and Daniel also... So, that was undergrad, but then me and Daniel co-headlined a show in February.
Yeah.
That was very fun. And I told the story of the time I shit on my ex-girlfriend's living room floor. That was very fun.
Is that one you want to keep to stand up, or is that one you want to...
So anyways, how's the weather over
End up exclusive.
Fucking damn.
But yeah, no, that happened.
Yeah, so I was going to say, after college, I didn't really see you for a long time. And then I think just how far before the show did we actually start talking about it? But you were like, yeah, I'm doing stand-up now. So Justin was like all of a sudden traveling places, doing stand-up and open mics.
So I started posting about it on my Instagram, and you saw. And so I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I got a show. I'm headlining in Chicago beginning of January. And so like, oh, let me pull up. And so then you pulled up, and then I'm like, would you be interested in trying to get into this? And you're like, I've always been trying to interested. So
Yeah.
like, let's put up a show together.
Yeah. So Justin brought
I'm so scared, and then we're like, "You got this," and then you're like, "Okay, it was good. I liked it." And we're like, "Oh."
Daniel was sitting in the front, and I called him out the first time I remember because I opened I opened that show with I love the energy in this room. I can't wait to take all of it and bust the fattest nut when I jerk off tonight. And then everyone's like, "Ooh, weird," but some people laughed, some people clapped. And I go, "This guy definitely looks like he does that." And then I pointed at, and he goes, "Oh, fuck you." That was great.
Ends up and he's like, "Yeah!"
I do come by myself.
Dude, somebody got shot at my local movie theater. Like,
When?
on Wednesday.
Recently?
One more time.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, like not too long ago Wednesday.
I had just gone to the movies the day before, so I was like, man, I just missed.
it.
I just missed.
We used to. I guess you didn't live here back then, but there's a theater near the Illinois side of the river around here. But like it constantly had like shootouts. So like
Shootouts?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
like
shit.
back to
So
back.
everybody had guns.
Yeah. And so then it got to the point where there'd be a cop stationed at all times in that area. And I didn't know that because I moved to the area after the cops were always there. I'm just like, oh wow, these police love the movies, right? That's all I saw. And I mean, this should have been my dead giveaway. It was $2 for movies.
$2?
It was $2, and the
Holy
movie would,
shit.
Like,
the movie would, yeah, and then it would come out. The movie would come out like a month after the actual movie came out, though. Like that's how they were able to. I bet you they just bought like the thing like from actual movie theaters.
It's 2023. They're like Infinity War, $1. You're not gonna guess how this
camcorder
ends.
quality, like, it's not even the actual.
You're in a theater watching someone film another theater.
It's shut down now, but good memories from back then. Yeah.
Not because they ran out of business, but everyone's dead, so they had to just not open the next day. Wait, so what was the end story of someone got shot in a movie theater?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, somebody got shot in the movie theater. I don't know how they
wasn't there.
doing or if they died. I don't know.
She just
Oh,
missed it.
that's all we got. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they got shot like in the theater, like while watching a movie, I guess.
Oh.
I was like, who?
Spoilers? Did they give
Yeah.
out Yo.
I was like, which movie? Because that could be like really embarrassing depending on the movie.
Transformers? I don't know.
Because you have to report that to the cops, right? So it's like, yeah, I got shot in, and they're like, which theater? And you're like, theater 7. They're like, okay, what was in that theater? And you're like, Paddington 3. Yeah, some guy
Not
just
that
fed
bad.
Did you get
up
caught?
at Paddington.
Yeah,
Fuck this guy trying to bring together the whole city. I thought he was gonna segregate the town.
Dude, could you imagine if it's like somebody sat down in front of you who was tall and you were just like, bang, like and threw their
shit.
bangs right back.
You say that like you thought of it, because you're the short one. You're like, imagine if you were so short you couldn't see, and some
Imagine that
fucking
you could
dumbass sat in
never
front of you.
enjoy concerts ever. That'd be crazy.
I thought about that.
Yeah, that sucks. It's so funny because the first video of you in 3D I ever put like on my Snapchat story, like when we met you at the airport, everyone was like, "That's her." They're like, "Would
Yeah,
you
you were like-
kidnap someone's child?" I was like, "Oh, look, there she is." And it was funny because I had a tall friend standing there at the time as well, so I just went over to her, who was also like
Yeah.
way
Have you
taller.
ever done those POV videos?
Oh yeah, you should. Justin's good at
Like you
these
hold
like.
a phone at like your eye level and you just walk around and then you can show somebody that's what it looks like to watch from your angle.
Yeah, I've had my friends like record like
Oh,
from
down
up
the other
above
way.
and
Yeah.
then like this, and I was like, that's
What
That's what it looks like.
Thank God I'm not like balding or anything, so I'm good.
I've seen, like, I thought about that. Like, if I'm, like, at a club or a bar, and it's, like, those packed nights,
Yeah.
I'd have an anxiety attack thinking if I couldn't see, like, scan the crowd. You're just...
If I can look at
Can't.
every single person's eyes.
Yeah.
Like, all I see are chests. Like,
Yeah,
most of
do you
the
know
time.
which way
And
the
this is a
bar
problem?
exit is? Yeah.
All you see are boobs? Oh no.
Ugh.
Oh no. At my eye level? You don't want to get too shorter than her though, because then you're just at dick level, and then that's just bad for everybody.
Dick level. You hanging out with someone that's 3'8"?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And like, yeah, I'm tall enough that like I need to get a fucking like little mirror to see like my colic in the back, because I can never fucking see it. And like we were hiking. And I like leaned down to tie my shoe, and you were like, "Oh yeah, you're totally sunburned in that fucking spot." And I was like, "Man,
Oh yeah.
I guess."
I didn't know the concept of sunburn until I was 14, 15 years old.
Shit, really?
Yeah, because I
You've
was
never heard of it or anything? Like you never saw white kids really like crispy looking after being outside?
I was like, "Oh, you're red." I didn't know like it hurt. I didn't know like all that stuff. Because like I used
he
to
must
run
be
cross
really
country.
warm.
Yeah, I used to run cross country, and so my guys were like, "Oh, I just got sunburned." And the way I found out is, "Oh, you'll be fine." And then I hit him on the back.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know it hurt. Exactly. He didn't talk to me the rest of that day, obviously.
He didn't yell because he was sunburned. He yelled because he was racist. He didn't want Justin touching him.
Yo, let me ask him.
Did you see The Flash, that new movie? Did you see The Flash?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I did.
What do we think about that?
It was weird though, in the theater, nobody laughed. And me and my friend who saw it, like, we were like,
exactly.
And nobody laughed. And then we looked at each other and we were like,
was that not supposed to be funny?
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
should we not have laughed at that? Or like, was that not a joke and it was just awkward? Because like, I have a friend who acts exactly like his fucking character in that movie. So me and my friend were like, holy shit. And this guy has a brother who acts like really similar to him, and they look similar, and there were two of them, and I was like, holy shit, it's literally these two brothers right now, and like we were laughing our asses off, and everybody around us was just like looking at us, and we were like,
that's so weird.
DC has finally made that shift now where, like, you know, in Marvel, no matter how serious the scene is, they will find a way to be like, he's right behind me, isn't he? Yeah. So, like, they do that same shit now in DC, so, like, I think that's how they're capturing the audience, because it's funny now, yeah.
Yeah.
that's true.
It does happen, everything. Like, I saw the new Transformers, because Anthony Ramos was in it, and fucking, there was, like, a scene where they were literally going to die. Like, they were going to die, and she's like, well, what's up with this? And you're like, oh my god. Oh no.
Chuck players.
She starts filming, and you're like, this fucking sucks.
My favorite is when it's like, my favorite part of the movie is when they go, "We are Transformers: Rise of the Beast." Like, they say the name.
Do they?
Of the movie.
I missed that shit.
No, they don't do that, but like people say that in like comments and TikToks and stuff. I love.
Oh,
It's like, my favorite line was when he went, "We are Rise of the Beast."
It was a fine movie. That movie made no sense though, because it was like they turn into cars because cars look like cars, and then this movie they're like, well, we turned into a gorilla, but a giant one that's the size of a building that looks nothing like a gorilla, so that we can just shit in the forest and do nothing.
It's just a side transformation. You just went from like some bipedal to another bipedal. You know, like the whole point was you mechanized.
It was so funny, and one of them even turned into humans. I'm like, oh, they can do that. And now they're just turning into giant-ass gorillas. I'm like, well, that's an option. You can do that, I guess.
Into a full-flesh human, just like skin.
Yeah, it was.
Skin comes out. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
It's such a bad movie. No, it's the one with Shia LaBeouf where he, like some like girl walks in, like, I mean, like skirt up her fucking vagina. Like, I mean, it's like Michael Bay.
And then a transformer comes out of her vagina.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's exactly what happens.
Yes, I remember that scene.
It literally comes straight out her fucking ass. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, vagina butt.
I remember this.
Dude,
movie.
Michael Bay was going crazy and no one stopped him. It was fucking bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but but they can turn into humans and they're still like, how do we get from this state to this one immediately? And I was like, I don't know, fucking plane? But they're just like turning into humans running. And I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. Why are you doing this?
Having to run across water and everything.
Yeah.
This exact sound.
I wish we could turn into a boat. Yes. I don't understand, but you can't.
But they didn't turn into a bird. Like
There
they
was
just-
a bird. There was a bird in this one.
and it didn't
Yeah.
fly. It was like an
It did.
ostrich.
It did fly.
Oh.
It is a bird, but it's the one bird that can't fucking fly.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's a
fucking
penguin.
penguin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide.
Flies everywhere.
Robot penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah, like all the reviews, like when me and my friend got home, they were all like either like 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 10, and I was like, I feel like neither of those are accurate, but whatever. Okay.
I saw this TikTok that was talking about, I hate when I watch a movie and I'm like, that was a fun movie. And you see the reviews are like 1 out of 10. You're like, oh, sorry.
Like,
I
never
enjoyed
mind.
That. Yeah.
Never mind.
Never
I guess I
mind.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I guess
friends-
I don't. Yeah.
All the time though, like we'll leave a movie and we'll be in the car and people are like, you know what, that was pretty funny. And then like 3 days later, they're like, I thought more about that movie, and it was kind of ass. And I'm like, yeah.
I thought more
That's
about
so funny.
I'm like, okay. Sure.
That's happened to me a few times. One of them, it's funny when it's like you liked it so much that it makes other people angry.
Oh.
You know, like I just didn't give a shit about DC at some point because they were just making shit movies, and they did Wonder Woman 2, and I was like, I actually thought that was kind of funny, and everyone was like, what the fuck do you mean that was funny? That movie was ass, and I was like, come on.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. It was funny.
It was dumb funny.
Yeah, it was like camp, and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I
in
was
it
like, I like
before
Pedro
everyone was-
Pascal
yeah.
in it because he was like a comically like
Yeah.
Yeah.
dorky businessman type
Yeah.
of like villain, and I was like, I thought the main villain was supposed to be like Kristen Wiig. What the fuck is this? And then she only turned into like a leopard for like 2 minutes of the film, and
And
I
it
was
was
like,
the worst looking thing I've ever
yeah.
seen.
I was like, all right.
Yeah, Pedro
Yeah, that's-
Pascal was funny because he was so over the top. He just did not give
Yeah.
a shit. It was full-fledged camp. Like, his son is in front of him about to die, and he's like, oh, no! And you're like, this is great.
I
This
was
is
the
art.
child out of the way and was like, me
Yeah.
money!
Good shit. No, you said no one was laughing. So, have you seen any of the trailers for No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence? Yeah, so that movie came out this weekend. So I saw that Thursday. It was a mistake to see that one on my own.
awkward.
I should not have. Yeah. Well, so I had some friends that went to go see it at like early screenings, and they had to sign NDAs, and I was like, an NDA for a fucking rom-com? Who gives a shit? And then I realized
rom-com?
why. Yeah, I know. Well, if you see it, you'll know why, because they didn't tease it at all in the trailers. They did keep it hidden. I mean, spoiler alert, I guess, but here's why.
I thought it was like a high schooler and then like
It
30-year-old
is.
like Jennifer Lawrence.
It is. But he's 19, so I'm okay with it.
I'm okay.
Yeah, well, we talked about this. Like, Licorice Pizza is like, he's a full-on minor. And
Oh,
everyone's
in
like,
the-
this movie's art. And I'm like, nah, that's just illegal.
art.
But in this movie, he's 19 and she's, 32 or something. I'm like, that's fine. Do what you guys want to do. It's Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, anyway, so I guess spoiler alert, but the reason that they had people sign NDAs was because it's like Jennifer Lawrence's first like nude scene in a movie, and it just pops up randomly. It's full frontal. I mean, it's not even just like it's everything. And it was so surprising because like everything else was kind of mild so far up to that point.
Oh, so you didn't see it? It just a left turn out of
You just, well, I mean, like, they were skinny
Walks
dipping,
into
but
the
you know
room.
rom-com movies, like, I didn't think she was going to get
just
out,
always-
like,
yeah.
up to the vagina, you know what I mean? Like, I just was like,
Yeah,
they're going to
normally it's
strategically hide things, you know?
No,
or
like
maybe
normally
just
it's
the
like
boobs,
it shows
you know?
the guy's reaction. Like it's like her
Yeah.
coming out of the water and then the guy's like, auga! And that's all it shows in the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't think anything was going to actually happen, but yeah, it just cuts to her, and she's just standing on the beach like that, and everyone was like, all right. I was by myself. I couldn't be like, whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I saw her naked was my sophomore year of high school.
Oh.
And that was illegal.
Yeah. It was the happening when that happened. My friend,
Yeah.
he made his profile picture on Twitter, like her body, that nude,
Well.
but with his head on it. So,
So that's okay. It was a funny scene though. She's buck naked and like fighting people on a beach because someone took their clothes. So she like grabs this dude by the back of the neck and like WWE slams him into this fucking sand. It's kind of a funny
flying
scene.
around.
Yeah. So that's why they made people sign shit because they didn't tease that. You would think with that big of a scene they would have like put that in the trailer. They would have
Yeah.
been telling everybody like,
Yeah, I
oh,
feel
it's her
like-
first nude scene, like big deal. They
I
didn't
feel
tell
like
anybody.
you saying that right there is gonna get like 100 more people to see this movie now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Go see her tit. Yeah.
I recommend. Yeah.
Well, people were like judging her because of it, because they were like, that seems desperate because this movie's not that good. I'm like, or just watch the movie. Who gives a shit, you know?
On the thing where they put the censor bars like only like on the crotch and chest in the commercial, and then they're like, "Who cares what this fucking movie's about?
Yeah.
Go see it."
Yeah, so I mean, props to them for having the restraint to wait for that till it released, because that's what everyone's talking about, right? So now a bunch of people are going to go see it, but I don't know. That's funny to me that they made people. It's so funny that they watched the movie and they're like, all right, you can't tell anyone about this. You did not see anyone naked.
You didn't.
You didn't. But it was kind of like what we talked about that other episode. Like, the dude is also skinny dipping, and we don't see anything of his.
Damn, no dick?
Yeah.
Oh, I said no dick, no balls.
No.
Man, when he's on the hood of a car naked in this part, and they're like swinging the car around, I'm like, this would be a great opportunity to get some balls smearing across the screen right now, or across the windshield.
Yeah, you could use fake ones; it'd still be funny.
Yeah. You know when they do that, and like I forget which movies I've seen like fake nuts in, but I mean it's very obvious that
it
it's
always
like
makes
rubber,
them like stretch
you know?
out.
Yeah, they always
it's always
stretch
like
them out.
It gets caught in like a doorway or something. And...
Yours doesn't do that? Yours doesn't do
You
that?
have balls?
Yeah. You have balls?
Yeah, no,
You
Daniel,
have
you're
balls?
supposed to say you have two.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
The recurring one ball joke.
You guys get two of them? What the fuck?
Yeah, I should do a leak.
Juliana's only got 50% more balls than me? Damn.
50%? That means like that's 1.5. What? You mean 100%? Yeah.
I quit engineering a while ago. I'm in marketing now. I don't know anything. I don't know math.
I've got huge balls. They count as like triple.
Oh, that's why it's the tune.
That's why she's 5'3". It's like weighing her down.
It's pulling her body down.
She was 5'8" before her balls
Wait,
dropped.
I can do the equations that let's see if Daniel still
Oh,
remembers.
fuck.
the
No,
ball
no.
drop.
I do have a whiteboard somewhere. You can pull that shit out, yeah.
Car just drove by that's like so fucking stinky. It's like getting gasoline smell all in my house. Like I don't live that close
Did it drive
to the
into
road.
your house?
And yeah, I do.
We can't
Going
see because
by.
the camera's on you, but like outside of that wall, it's just open to the outside.
You know, this room actually didn't have a ceiling
turn
for like
it
2 years. And that was the start of when I didn't have a bedroom.
When you still don't have one, yeah?
Yeah.
This is the problem. Yeah, she's just sleeping in random like spots in the house.
Because that room has just that bubble still?
No, there is an open room that's just filled with boxes that she can't move because she's so small. So she's just screwed.
There's,
She'll
like,
sleep on the
everything's
couch
so
while her
full.
parents are fucking in their bedroom.
My parents have separate bedrooms, so I...
Oh, that's that good love.
Yeah, that's a long dick, man. Okay.
Yep. No, my
I also-
dad sleeps on, like, the other side of the house because he snores so loud that he'd keep all of us up.
I didn't know that was why. That's so funny.
Yeah, that's why.
They love each other. He just snores, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No,
wild.
like,
Bed
we
stuff.
went camping before, and they just made my dad stay in the car. Like, he slept in the car while we stayed in, like, a cabin. And
We
I was
went
like,
camping and we just made Dad uncamp because
Yeah.
it's too much. Now that there's a lull, the only topic in the news that's of any relevance right now, it's almost dead at this point. It's almost like, oh man, people are still talking about the fucking Titanic Sub.
We'll keep it going.
We have to be relevant, so we're going to mention it. It's going to date this thing so
Yo,
bad.
I don't see anyone talking about how it looks like a pocket pussy. Like, why is that not been referenced yet? Am I wrong? I don't know if you can show it, but like, yo, chat, check this out. Like, Google it.
The actual one?
Yeah. No, don't Google
No,
pocket
thanks.
pussy. Google
Justin wants us to show this on the podcast. Immediately demonetized.
the first time I heard about it, I was like, so they're dead? And like my mom, no? And I was like, what?
What? Yeah.
That's so funny.
That was-
I've never seen the internet unite so quickly on something so like
Class conscious?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
we really
tragedy.
can come together.
Yeah.
But like the entire world, it crossed like multiple cultural boundaries, and it was so quick. I mean, it was literally while they were still technically down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen something happen so quick. It was wild.
So, like, yeah, people were like freaking out about it, and they're like, 24 hours left. It was like timer countdown.
CNN
like,
countdowns?
Like, yeah, I was like,
Talk about. That was
Yo,
such a dick move.
Speaking of the news, I saw this TikTok. It was talking about how like the TikTok starts now that they're dead. Just and then it goes. Can we talk about how the news cycle totally was so messed up in the way they talked about it? They were like, worst case scenario, they just completely imploded.
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
no sense of feeling and no experience. And they're like, best case scenario, it's tumbling around in their shit, piss, and vomit, and hopefully they'll somewhere like come up. I'm like, that's not the good one.
And they're like, think about how much shit and piss has to be in there right now, and they're scared. So you know they're pissing themselves.
And
more.
they're scared. Yeah, and they're really scared.
The CNN piss meter and the shit meter were also like coming up and down.
Nah, the cum meter.
That's the other tweet I saw. Like,
That's what Fox News is covering. Fox News is like,
They're
all right,
fuck it, I'm going out.
imagine how much cum is in this sub right now. Here we got the cum counter on the side.
The boo boo bee bee cum cum.
And there was one child in there, right? So it could
child,
be possible.
It's been 7 hours of nothing. The captain's just like, sorry guys, I gotta whack one out. I mean, I've got nothing else
Why
going
are you
on.
so hard right now?
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. See, we're no better. We're no better than all the memes. It's fine. Whatever.
It's like the oxygen levels ran out. It's like, okay, so for sure they didn't find them. None of the, like, satellites, like, saw them up above the water, so they definitely didn't get out. And then all of a sudden, like, memes just were like memes everywhere about it. And they're like, okay, we can joke about it now. And I'm like, I mean, they're dead. They died, but I guess you can make jokes about it.
It was, I mean, some of them were done really well. So, like, Sam Khan is you know Sam, right, Juliana? I'll have to show you his shit.
Okay.
He's hilarious, but he just makes skits that are so good, it makes me jealous. I don't think hard enough about things. But his was like, if you saw all the clips of them talking about the sub, did you see all the clips of the people talking about the sub, like, before they went out? Like, there's just so many, like, interviews they did for the sub, and in every interview... So
from the company, because the company
from
had
the
lots
company.
of problems. It had lots
So
of problems
many.
prior to this.
And from an engineering side of things, it was just abysmal.
They didn't take
it was like,
Bill
how'd you
323. They didn't take a philosophy class, the engineering philosophy class we had to take
There
on
you go.
morality. Yeah.
It's like, how
Does God
did they
want us back at the
say-
Titanic?
How'd they approve this company to, like, send people out? Because I think there was, like, an article, like, a news person was doing research for, I don't know, one of the news shows, and they were like, all right, we're gonna go on this submarine. Look how cool it is. You can use your own submarine. And then...
He flexed how he caught
Yeah, and then
safety
they
regulations.
got lost, like, immediately. Like, they immediately got lost, and, like, the guy manning the sub was like,
Like,
well,
immediately. The second it dipped
Yeah.
below the water, they're like, oh, fuck, we lost it.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit. like they were like on communications with them, and they were like, left, and it's like, how much left? And they're like, 10% left, and it's like, what 1% left?
Yeah.
There were no angles, and then the guy was just sitting
What's
in
10% on an Xbox controller? Shit.
Yeah, they went down a couple more feet, and then they totally lost communications. And they were like, well, we gotta go up and surface now, I guess. And then it's like, okay, that was the one thing that they were showing to the world, was that example, and that was like the news coming to report on it. And they already just immediately failed. Why would
There
why would
was
they
so
think it
many
good to
more.
go?
There were so many more. And so Sam did this video where he was like
the guy's
doing a
name?
mock at Sam Khan, CAHN. But he's doing the skit where he's doing like a mock interview like they did. And he's like, all right, guys, let's get in the fucking... get in the lunchbox, and they're like, all right, so, you know, is this thing, like, safe at all? Like, what kind of things do you have? And he, like, pulls out his Xbox controller, and he was like, yeah, so, I don't know how this works, but, I mean, this also works for our video game console in here, and it steers this fucking thing. And at some point, they're like, but how do you, like, call for help? And he's like, so, I actually have this can with a string attached to it that we just have it out there, like, I guess we just, I don't know, talk a little bit or something.
That's so funny.
And at the end of the interview, you know, he's like, so, like, you guys are gonna go back down there? He's like, yeah, I guess we're just gonna die. Wouldn't that be wild? And that's exactly the tone of all the interviews they did for this thing before it went out. And everyone's like, how the fuck did you think it wasn't gonna happen?
It's like, but
this
hey,
way?
rich people, don't you want to see something crazy? Don't you want to see something crazy, rich people, that you haven't seen before? Check this out.
But see, like, space makes more sense to me than the fucking It's a fucking ship underwater. Like, why is that a billionaire stop?
Well, when you run out of, you know, actual human emotion expression,
Yeah.
you just gotta,
You've seen
this-
everything,
Yeah.
every money, and you're like, well, I guess I could see that boat that's so deep nothing can get down
Exactly.
there.
I've already done Squid
everything.
Games might have been.
Squid Games.
Yeah.
Well, I chaired Squid Games last year. I mean, what's left for me?
Yeah. I saw this. Oh, I was gonna say I saw this
Yeah.
TikTok that was like, "Attention, billionaires! I have come up with another device that can let you see the inside of a volcano." And then he flips the camera. It's a cardboard box with the DS light taped on
Oh my god.
and a flashlight.
Jump in.
Jumping in.
Oh, that's so funny.
SpongeBob. Patrick.
Yeah, it was like the meme where it's like, you give me $2,500,000 and you get, and it's like a horrible death.
Yeah.
Unimaginable. Like,
Tumbling in your shit,
consequences.
piss, and cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get tumbling. Best case scenario, you get
Best case.
tumbling in your piss, shit, and cum. Worst case, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I felt the need to enact that.
Yeah, they're like,
Implosion.
best case, like, they still technically have oxygen, but because the oxygen's not, like, recirculating, they're actually just, like, inhaling pure nitrogen and dying faster. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
Imagine they farted in there.
why did I have that written down earlier? I was like, they're rationing out farts. They're like, Captain's like, all right, that's the second one from that fucking kid. Tape his asshole shut. I can't breathe for shit in here. This is where if I'm on this submarine and I'm like, everyone's like,
over.
you know, we're gonna starve. We're having trouble breathing. I'm like, well,
I'm gonna
Gonna
start
pull
eating
out-
people.
time to start eating my hard-boiled egg sandwich. And I start pulling out the stinkiest eggs and start peeling them. Everyone's like, God, stop. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm gonna eat my last meal before we die.
Oh my god, yesterday my brother came out of the bathroom and was like, damn, that literally smelled like gasoline. And I was like, are you just like shitting methane levels equivalent to cows right now? Like, what the fuck is wrong with
Lights a candle near the bathroom. Just and then I didn't have a roof again.
And then I didn't have a roof again.
Yeah,
That's my house.
The whole sub story is just wild, and it's so funny that like people that made jokes about the billionaires and stuff beforehand, like, and then it came out that they died, and everyone's like, "This aged bad," and all the people were like, "No, it aged exactly as I knew it was going to
Yeah.
anyway." Like there was no chance they were alive, and I made
Yeah,
that joke
no.
knowing
Saw
they were
the
dead.
expiration date, and then I still
That's terrible. Yeah, I just I can't think of anything
moment of
more
silence
like.
for them.
I mean, it sucks like there was a kid down there and everything, but like other than that, it's like you did
Yeah, that
pay
was like
a
sad.
ton
It was
of
like
money.
the kid didn't want to go, and he was
Oh, he
like, "I
didn't wanna
did it
go?
because." No, he didn't want to go, but it was like right after Father's Day, and he was like, "Oh, we didn't do anything for Father's Day, so like, I'll go."
I didn't get my dad a third world country for Father's Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
He's
I guess
like,
this is what I gotta do.
I guess I gotta die.
Speaking of the stepson, the Blink
Yeah!
182 guy.
The Blink 182 guy. That's it. Have you seen this
Honestly,
thing, Juliana?
real.
You haven't? Okay, you want to tell it?
Okay, sure.
No.
So,
Oh, dude.
this was it. The CEO's
Stepson. The CEO billionaire's stepson.
Yeah. So the guy that made the company, right?
Yeah.
The submarine company. His stepson. When this all was happening, he's like, "Damn, this sucks." Anyways, I'm going to a Blink 182 concert, and he was like,
he
flexing
tweeted this
from it.
out. It's
Yeah.
not even like an internal thought. He tweeted, "I'm
Yeah.
going to this."
And then after that, he was like tweeting at OnlyFans stars and porn stars saying, "Yo, can you sit on my face? I'm sad." And then here's the craziest part. There's like a video of him, and he's like 30 years old. He's not a kid. He just happens to be like...
Oh, I thought he was like in his 20s.
No, I saw a live video, and I'm like, well,
This
even
motherfucker 30. Damn.
I gotta look this up, because
Yeah, he
he's
started.
just not a kid. In my mind, he was gonna be like 19.
Yeah.
Not 20.
That's
to 30s,
exactly
yeah.
how I imagine like every billionaire's kid.
Yeah,
though.
true,
Because like
true,
I'm watching
true.
Succession, and they're all like older, but they
Man,
act
children?
like
Yeah.
teenager. Yeah, they're like
Exactly.
forever stunted at like
Yes,
teenager.
exactly.
So I was like, it's so good. It's so accurate. Like the
I'm
like,
surprised the air didn't trickle down to them, you know?
That's good. No, but like, fuck, that got me. That's stupid.
The trickle down economics.
Yeah. No, he also started a beef with Cardi B. Did you see that?
Yes.
Because Cardi B was like, "Hey, maybe don't talk about this when your dad is like potentially suffocating," and he was like, "Shut the fuck up, Cardi B!" Like, it's so random. I mean, this whole thing is just a crazy joke. Like, it's just wild.
when my mom first mentioned it, she's like, "Did you hear about the sub going to the Titanic?" And I was like, "Oh, no." And I was like, "I guess it's kind of a good idea," because like my dad was like, "Why would you even do that?" And I was like, "Oh, like a lot of stuff like sank, and that was worth a lot of value, like a lot of jewels and stuff. So maybe they're going to retrieve that." And my mom's like,
Yeah, 'cause
"No,
billionaires
they're
need more."
they're not even doing a scuba dive like retrieval. They're actually just going in a self-manned submarine, and none of them know how to use submarines. And I was like,
Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't even hire any. Yeah.
Bruh,
And it was like a
swear.
screen, right? You just watched an LCD screen. You know, it wasn't like a.
You couldn't even see out a window?
I have to.
Well, then
double check,
what's
but
the
I'm sure it
fucking
was like
point? That's even dumber. Yeah,
Google
no,
it.
good
He's
riddance.
37, by the way. The stepson's 37.
37.
Which makes sense. It's Blink-182. You know, they were probably when he was a kid. They were, you know.
yeah.
That actually does make
Yeah,
sense because I was like,
exactly.
what 20-year-old's like? I'm going to a Blink-182
Me?
concert thing. Yeah,
No offense, we love Blink-182.
yeah. We love
Yeah,
Blink-182.
I love Blink-182.
They can sit on my face when my father's dying. Like, that would be...
I love the concept of these guys being, 30, 40, complaining about teenage shit. Like, that's just awesome.
It's so funny. The fact that, I was going to say, this probably got them way more publicity than they really wanted, that this kid was going to
The band's
Blink-182.
back together, yeah.
Yeah.
Marios!
I know. She brought me roses by the stairs. And everyone's like,
That was my go-to in karaoke. Yeah.
He's like, oh, my dad's dead. Say it ain't so. I will not.
I saw this thing that says, "Where are you?" is gonna hit so different when you use that.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, where are you?
He's just screaming that part
Yeah.
in the concert. Where are you? And not, well, I'm not sorry, but I mean, yeah, not my fucking fault.
I'm definitely sleeping tonight.
I slept, that's what he tweets the next morning. I'm sleeping like a baby today. I'm sleeping like someone dead at the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Like a 37-year-old baby.
I'm sleeping like my dad tonight.
Oh,
Oi.
Sorry. Should I be sorry? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is.
I'm gonna try to. We should. I know Mr. Beast is gonna be like, "What's up, guys? Today we're gonna make a submersible. We're gonna fill it with shit, piss, and cum, and we're gonna tumble around and see what we can last the longest."
What happens?
Yeah.
48-hour challenge in a sub. Oh, that's gotta be a meme. If it's not, I'm making that video tonight.
Oh, God.
So
Mr. Beast!
Yeah.
Someone, there must be a Drake and Josh episode where they're in a sub.
Yes.
Because someone put the sub and then they'd like do a wipe and it's like they're in the sub like poking around.
I've seen. So they're on a treehouse and they're building a treehouse for
Okay,
Megan.
okay.
Yeah. And he's like, did you make a door? And he's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yes, right there. And it's like the cut. It's like a spray paint of the door, but it's not cut out yet. He goes, "How about you try to get out then?" And then he's like, "All right, let me do it." And Drake just hits the thing.
Me
Dude,
not
I
having
love
seen Drake and Josh.
Oh, I love, yeah. I walked in on my brother listening to the theme song, like, unironically, just listening to the theme song while working.
I've been out-whited this time. I will never be out-whited again.
That's
So funny. No, I never got to see any of that shit. It's
Also,
funny that I
like-
actually recognized it though.
Like, Josh or whatever is obsessed with Oprah, and that was just like a running
Yes.
gag. That was really
Huge
funny to
gag,
me.
yeah.
That was a good joke. And then, like, he's like, I think he just got his license or something, and then he ran over Oprah.
Oprah.
Like,
Yeah.
and they
In
just
an
show,
episode.
like,
This is a
a
Disney
ragdoll.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just show,
Show
like,
a
a
doll
ragdoll.
going. This sounds hilarious.
Yeah. And it's just like,
so funny. Yeah, because it was his birthday, 16th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All
It's
right.
like, I got you Drake or tickets to an Oprah show.
yeah.
Oh,
He's-
that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, literally, I got done with the workout, got out of the shower, got straight to Justin's car to park the car, and there's just no air conditioning, like no air at all.
just drenched.
And I was like, oh, I'm sweating again.
Love that.
It was so funny. I felt like I was in like a sub at maybe like, sorry.
Yeah, there was shit in the back and everything. Yeah. It was just toiling.
It's just spinning.
Yeah.
Just Justin's rolling the car into a spot.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah. Anyway, off the sub shit. Happy Gay Month, everybody.
Happy Gay Month.
Ooh.
Man, you had me double checking.
That was the thing. I was like, this is getting a little cringe at the open mic we went to on Monday. Like 7 people in a row were like, "Oh, I guess it's like what Pride Month," and I was like, "Ha ha ha!" Like, good one.
It just kept getting referenced.
yeah.
So then I decided to not talk about Pride Month.
So then Justin's like, "All right, cross that out."
Yeah, speaking of Pride Month, I lost my ass virginity
Virginity?
yesterday.
That's why you brought up right.
Let's go.
Yeah, but it's not the way you think, right? That's the title of this episode.
Oh, but it's not.
Juliana lost her
not what you
ass
think.
virginity. Gone wrong. Gone sexual.
Wrong. Oh my god. I have to get a procedure done where like my doctor was trying to describe it to me and I was like, what the hell? Like she was just like
What the hell?
You're sweating. You're like, I
yeah,
have
like
to,
I was
I have to get in a
sitting-
sub and go down. Sorry.
I was sitting
I have to implode so that my shit comes out of everywhere.
We're gonna keep referencing it. I love it.
Sorry. Your voice cut out.
They're gonna put a balloon up my ass. with like a catheter attached. And
Happy Gay Month, yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna start pumping water into it, and then they're gonna pull it out and just leave the balloon in my rectum, and then I have to try to shit it out.
Try to, like,
And
it's a
if
test. And if you pass this, then you get to level 2.
Next is we freeze the water balloon and then shove it in your ass.
Like, oh, we have the hose attached, and you gotta fill up the balloon with air. And I'm like, is this real? Like, am I actually filling up a balloon from my ass?
Your doctor's just a complete pervert. He's like, we're gonna need you to squirt into this. Actually,
It's not even a fucking procedure. It's just a fucked up guy.
it's just the clown that runs the lobby. You're like, man, I don't want to put a balloon up my ass. What's this guy talking about? And he's like, "Wop, wop, 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 come here." You're like, this guy. That's wild. This is an actual thing. I've never heard of. I've never heard of this, which is saying
that's
something.
because it's only for like vagina
Really
havers.
fucked up. Yeah.
No. It's like that's like the wall between like your rectum and like uterus. So like you wouldn't have
Yeah, that
probably
wall. I
heard
do
of
know
that
wall.
ever. So I was gonna ask you like after the
If I had a
doctors-
vagina, no.
No.
After this, she's not on camera.
After this.
I was gonna
we'll
ask
cut
you
it
like
out.
I was like, have you ever had like a recto-vaginal? And I was like, wait a minute, no, he definitely has not. He definitely has not done that one. Never mind.
I have heard of one where they put something in to like inflate like portions of your like, I guess colon, but not with the fucking balloon filled with water. That's
Nope,
crazy.
it's
They
an
do
awake
it. They do it.
procedure,
They do it like
obviously.
our parents did when we were like kids. Like they hook up to like a hose, like spigot, and they're like, turn it on.
Oh my god,
Use it
yeah,
like a
you know
full
when you're
garden
filling
hose
it
in
up
your
and it
ass?
explodes?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You
no.
just hear a pop from inside, and they're like, oh, whoa. Anyway, let's try that again.
The water you start.
Doctor, and it was
Just fish
supposed
out the
to
rubber
just
like
be,
it's a cut. Yeah.
a regular appointment. It was just supposed to be like a standard follow-up appointment. And the doctor was like, oh, this was gonna be the one, like, after you got a colonoscopy, right? And we were just gonna, like, talk about that. And I was like, well, I could never get a hold of those MFs. I called multiple times and they just never answered me. And she was like, yes, the colonoscopy scheduling team is, like, notoriously shitty. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, so, would you like to do, an in-office rectal exam right now? And I was like, and she's like, you don't have to say yes.
This is 8 minutes of my set in February. Is this exact thing that you're talking about, and it went this exact same way. Yeah, because I had the awake colonoscopy. Yeah. Wait, so what they have you do then? Was she just doing finger, or what was she doing?
Yeah, like multiple fingers and like a couple
Multiple people, multiple fingers. One really long finger. It was like 8 inches long.
Yeah. Yep. No, like she was like, yeah, you don't have to do this here. You don't have to do it now. We can like get a referral for blah blah blah. And I was like, no. That's gonna take forever.
Yep,
So
good idea.
All
good.
right, let's go. And she's like, all right, hop on the table and pull your pants down. And I'm like, oh.
What'd you think was gonna happen?
I thought it was as a concept.
Keep your pants on.
Yeah.
And I'll just find
I didn't
it.
think it was gonna be like that sudden. Like it went from us having
Right,
like, our
that's how
normal
sudden it is.
conversation to being like, all
Yeah.
right, spread your ass cheeks. And I was like, oh, and that actually happened.
Oh, it cut out.
You're gonna feel my fingers touching around your butthole right now. And I was like, okay.
I'm trying to find it. Have you ever thought of shaving?
Forrest, she's just like,
So fucking
no.
Yeah. I'm just going off.
No,
I'm just
she-
doing my stand-up bit now.
She was like, okay. And then I was like, and she's like, did that hurt? Did I hurt?
Your voice
And then
fucking
she's
cut
like,
out.
she was like, oh, is it just uncomfortable? And I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this feels like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
I was like, this is
For
a
me,
reverse
this would be a
shit.
Tuesday.
Let's
Yeah.
do another finger, you know?
Let's do 4. I mean, hell.
Shitting.
Have you ever tried
like,
fisting?
I was like, yeah, no, she was like, all right, like, you know, like squeeze my fingers or whatever, you know, try to
Wait, with
push
your
it out.
asshole?
Yeah. They don't have you.
If they said that, I would have like reached behind me, and she's like, no, squeezed with your asshole. I'm like, oh, got it.
Okay.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I was like, all right. And then she's like, She was like, yes. This
got a
is
weak
giving
hole.
me a lot of information right now. And I was like, like that was what she was saying. Like as she was doing it, and she was just like with her other hand, like typing stuff
With her.
with like 2 fingers. In.
Yo, she got this down to a science.
Damn, she's good.
Yeah.
She's multitasking, just in there and typing with the other hand. With 2 fingers, she's in your ass. 2, she's typing.
Oh, don't mix those up, please. And then she was like, all right, now I'm going to need you to, like, push as hard as you can. Like,
damn,
like
this
you're
is
pushing
kind of
out,
intense.
like, the hardest shit of your life. And, like, I don't know, but, like, having something up there really made me feel like I had to shit. And I was like, all right.
Well,
like,
yeah.
I've been having
your body thinks it's shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but, like, the last time I had actually had, like, a BM, it was bad. So, like, I was worried I was gonna literally, like, blast her with liquid. And I was, like, so...
This is what our podcast gets down to. Justin's like, man, I
yeah,
gotta get out of
he's
here.
like, oh, God.
Call me the submersible, because it's about to get toilet. It's about to start toilet.
Yeah.
Call me
I was
Ocean
like-
Spray, or whatever the fucking sub was called.
Ocean Spray.
Wasn't that what it was called? Is that like a flavored water company, or what happened to them after they died?
I was so worried, so like I was like pushing, and I was just like, "Please don't shit, please don't shit." And then she's like, "Is that as hard as you can go?" And I like,
She's challenging you.
yeah.
Is
And
that
I was
really
like,
as hard? Is that as hard as you can push? Fucking pussy. Wait.
I literally grunted and was like, "That's all I got." She was like, "All right, yeah, that's really weak," and I was like,
I'm gonna start going
Yeah.
to the gym. 3x12,
Yeah.
3x12 pushing.
She told me I
squeezing
probably
dumbbells.
I probably need physical therapy, and I was like,
That's a
Okay.
thing.
RP.
You're gonna
Yeah.
need therapy for the ass
Yeah.
therapy. Jeez.
The rooms are right next to each other. The rectal to the cycle.
It's just a
Right
hole in
in
the wall.
there.
It's just a glory hole.
It's a hole in the wall.
"Oh my gosh." Yeah, the therapist's like, "How's it going? Are you lifting weights with your butt right now? Is it good?" Or
Why don't you turn around, spread your ass, and squeeze for me? Yeah. Just all right, it's gotten better.
It's like, whoa.
I can't wait to see that out of context. I can't wait to see
Good.
that out of context.
This is kind of crazy for you to do, like, at that moment. Well, so I'm really glad that you said yes to do this at the moment instead of
Yeah.
waiting. So, like, what'd she say? Like, did she say it was bad enough to, like, expedite something for you for a colonoscopy?
No, I have to do like a totally different thing, like in addition. Like she's like, this is like a separate problem. It's like essentially like my stomach is probably like spasming like at incorrect increments. Like when your stomach needs to be digesting something in one region, like my stomach's just like, all right, send it right through, don't digest it. And then the part where it needs to like absorb the water and get that all out, my body's like, no, you know what? Add water. And
Even though you're not drinking water, so it's just pulling it from, like, your eyes and shit.
and it makes me dehydrated. That's actually
Yeah.
actually what's happening, right? And so then like food's going like right through me and stuff, and then like she's like, "So you're saying your butt also spasmed?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "All right. So like, do you like shit yourself?" Like basically. And I'm like,
So you know what the people are doing on the submarine right now? Have you done that yourself? Sorry, that's the last time, I swear. It's getting old.
It won't be the last time for me. Sorry. I'll keep bringing it up.
and she was like, all right, so like that's probably gonna cause an incontinent thing. So like, can we check your like sphincter and like anus and like rectum right now? And I was like,
Everyone listening to this podcast is like, man, why do I listen to this? Genuinely.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I
like the
wasn't
people in the
expecting
No,
it
this is
either.
fine. I'm very invested in this story.
She was
So,
basically like, it's like essentially like parts of my GI tract are spasming when they shouldn't, and then like not spasming when they should to send the food along, and then I guess also it's like happening in like my rectum as well. So like that's like a totally separate thing apparently. So that combination of the two is like pretty
you
bad.
think it cancel each other out, but
I'll be honest,
Nope,
it feels like
nope.
I'm watching a first date right now.
this is Juliana's first date. This is what we're talking. You're like in a booth
So
hearing them
my
talk
asshole
about.
and my rectum.
Anyway,
that's
so my
first
asshole
date
and my
vibes.
stomach are spasming at different times.
Tell me more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then she was like feeling in there and was like, yeah, I think you have like a really like weak pelvic floor. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, yeah, it's like, I think like stuff is like tilted and shortened. And so like this muscle that's supposed to pull
She just called you
On-
short.
on your,
Sorry.
it's like this muscle that's supposed to pull on your rectum, right? So like, it's always naturally kind of like taut and holding your butthole closed. And then when you poop and you're in a squatting position, that muscle will relax and open up the butthole so you can get the poop out. And I guess
Dog, what are we talking?
Mine be really bad at doing that. So
Well, but did she say she can help you get the colonoscopy scheduled or no?
oh yeah, she was like, let me call the motherfuckers who are in charge of that, because
Good.
that's on them. And I was like,
Yeah.
I figured. I left them like 4 voice notes, like voicemails. I was like, I don't know if it's like to do it or something.
The mic cut out again. It really doesn't
Oh
like
my
your awkward
god!
voice. It's still cutting out, bruh.
Daniel's fucking with you. It didn't cut out a single time.
Oh,
that whole
shut
time.
up. Son of a bitch. Okay, then hold on. Take a
Dude,
pause.
it's not funny anymore. Like, it's not cutting out.
Stop.
I'm
Stop.
kidding, it has cut out.
The joke wasn't funny the first time, Daniel.
I just muted you the entire episode. Only men speak on this podcast.
Dude.
Why am I speaking? Okay.
Why is Daniel here then?
Why is Daniel?
Why is this boy here?
This child. You know, I think they just haven't got through, like, all the messages. Either that or they're ignoring them. So, like, maybe in a few weeks they'll get all of your messages, like, at once. And it's just gonna be you calling, like, over and over.
Message 8, please. Please.
Basically.
I need to get in here.
Dude, one of them I genuinely was so pathetic sounding. Like, I was like, so this is, like, the 6th one.
Aww.
Like, message I've left you, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or, like, the people patching me through and transferring me to you guys are doing something wrong, but...
I showed you my butthole, please respond.
Yeah. I've sent you so many pictures of my asshole. Please let me in.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, one of my friends was like, you should take pictures of your shit and document them and show that to your doctor. I think that would help her determine what's wrong. So I was like taking pictures of them, right? And I just like had them saved in my camera roll and was like, I don't want these here. And then I went to the doctor's appointment and was like, how do I bring this up? And then she, I described like 2 things and she immediately was like, all right, cheek spread. And I was like, okay, I didn't even have to describe the shit. She already was concerned.
It was so bad.
Yes.
You
yes.
started talking to her. You were like, yeah, so you know Venom from that movie Venom? And she's like, all right, open the ass. Let's get in there.
No, she's
You
like,
know Carnage? It's more like Carnage, honestly, really. It switches between Venom and Carnage.
all right, that's what it looks like coming out? Okay. Yeah, you know what? Get on the table. Get on the table. Damn, okay.
You got a fucking album of shit pics on your phone. That's so
I just imagine you opening these things like on a train, just like people behind you like, oh!
Or, yeah, I was in the car. Yes! I was in the car with my brother and I was like looking at them and I was like,
You're looking at them right!
This came out of me and I'm disgusted. I'm horrified and I was like, it was that bad? It was
Does this
that
shit look
bad?
really bad?
Yeah,
It's just your background.
It's just a guy, like a random guy on the bus. Yo, what do you think of this shit?
You gotta film me doing that to somebody once. When I'm in New York, I'm gonna have Sydney film that for me. I'm just asking someone on the subway. I'm like, hey, do you think this is like... I throw up on the guy.
Look at that. Oh my god. And my brother was like, I don't need to see it out the corner of my eye.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was like,
No kidding.
sorry. And then I was like, so like all of these look kind of different. Like I don't know which ones to like choose and like tell her like
You're
I
just
don't know.
shitting specimens.
.zip.
Yeah.
I don't know like what level
Oh.
of concerning these are. Like which one is the most concerning? I don't know and I can't tell. And
Speaking
then
of levels, make sure to rate our podcast 5 stars, because this is great stuff that we're talking.
yeah, 5 poop emojis, please.
God. Did I tell you I'm battling someone in our lobby with I put up a podcast sticker on like the community board, and it's been there a long time, and only recently I've been down there because that's where I get my mail, and it wasn't there, and I was like, what the fuck? But something was pinned up on top of it. And so they were not like ballsy enough to just take it down and toss it. They just put shit on top of it. So I keep pulling it off and repinning it, and I keep going back and it's being pinned on. So I'm just battling someone in this building, and I keep taking it off.
The
and
shit's
I'm like,
just toiling?
yeah.
Dude,
So
every
now
time
I'm just gonna
it's
stand there and wait
somebody
for them.
else's.
Yeah,
You're like, it was you.
It was me though.
Yeah. Justin leaves. I see him do it on the way out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, I might.
That's
Yells
funny.
and just
Vomiting.
advertising their podcast like every time they just
Hold
smack
on.
it
Justin
on
said,
there.
speaking of vomiting, I need to hear what this is going on.
I
Go.
always
I always vomit.
no, I hate paying cover okay, at places. Whenever I'm at the bars and stuff, my favorite. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. But we are. My favorite karaoke bar. It always caused so much cover. So I always thought, I wish I could just vomit right in front of the store, or like in front of like the club or the bar, like right in front of the door, and be like, well,
you're like, I can't drink anymore, man. Look.
Oh no, I'm sober. But it's even funnier because like they wouldn't even let me in. So I'm like, well, now you gotta clean this up. Bye. And I just head out. It'd be such a good defense mechanism. Like, imagine being at the doctor and they're like, hey, we can't get you a spot. And you can be like, well, I'm just gonna vomit on your counter right now if you don't give me a colonoscopy. Like, is that not a great idea?
Once you get your asshole spasming under control, you can like shit when you want to, and you can just purposefully shit on the side.
And y'all have control?
Yeah.
Whoa. People have control.
Yeah. Disclaimer, in case anyone here is like, yo, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna
try controlling my asshole.
No, threatening to vomit to get into places for free. I think that might be illegal. That's like biological terrorism, because of it's like
really
stuff. My friend was telling me potentially. So you're probably gonna get
the racist door guy's telling you this specifically. I think this is terrorism. Okay, good.
Accidentally thrown up in public, like totally sober. I've got stomach issues, so like I'll just be throwing up, and people in public see me.
The most disgusting episode we've ever had.
That's happened to me twice. I've been sober for like 10 months, and I was the sober guy at the party that vomited twice. It was the most sad thing ever. And because I had greasy food. I just can't handle greasy food.
Oh, I thought it was like sympathy barfing. Like you saw somebody else barf, and you're like,
you're barfing with them into the same toilet. You're like pulling their head to the side. Let me in here, dude.
You're patting them on the back, and you're like, keep going.
That's nothing. Watch this.
Yeah, that's nothing. You think that's a good gag reflex? Watch this.
It's coming up my nose, bro. Watch this.
Just holds his mouth.
It's coming straight up.
Spraying out your. Do one of the ice squirting trick.
Bro, that night, I was feeling sick as hell. And then, this was in New York. And I was like, yo, I gotta go home. But then my friend's like, yo, we gotta go to this post game. He's super gone right now. And again, I'm just feeling horrible, sick. Still, this is a sober day, so no drinking at all. And we get to the after party at like 1 a.m. And I'm like, dude, can we go home? He goes, dude, let me just stay here for a little bit. I promise I'll get you home by 4. 3 hours? I would have thought he would have been like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Let me just stay for a little.
Yeah.
And then I threw him at this guy's party, at this guy's house. It was insane. That's okay. His
like that's what you get for not taking me home. I'm gonna throw up on you, bro.
And then to his ward, we walked into his apartment at 3:59. So he got me. That was the funniest part.
He's like, yo, early!
You got 60 more seconds to go out and shit yourself, yeah. Speaking of, I don't know. No, so what was, I'm trying to think.
So yeah, my girlfriend faked it.
Is that the, well, no, so you don't have to tell the story, but so we were at an open mic Monday. We were at an open mic Monday, and Justin, who's gonna be like leaving for New York, and only is here like for like basically 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah. He tells this you just complained about Across the Spider-Verse having a part 2, and you did that shit for real the open mic.
We gotta give you context.
Yeah.
I told a part 2 joke at the open mic where like I did the first half of the joke, my time ran out, and I go, well, stick around for next time, I guess, because I'm out of time. Oh.
And everyone was like, boo.
Yeah. And by everyone, he means Daniel. Yeah. I asked Daniel to record it, and you hear him whisper, fuck you, at the end of my set.
It's so good. It was so good.
And then he also flips me off. Like,
in the video, I make sure to get it in the recording.
No,
it's so good though. Everyone was like paying attention. Like even the people that like don't look up from their phone the entire open mic were like watching.
Yeah, it depends on what your metric of good is. Because if your metric of good is eyes on you,
yeah, true.
But if your metric of good is laughs, 0. Like everyone's like, yo, I need to hug you. Like, are you okay? Because the story
there were moms there, there were moms there. There were a bunch of parents there that night, and we were talking about like suicide and molestation. Yeah, because they're like, "Do you need help?"
So
like, no, shut up.
We'll save this for another. We'll save this for another time. But I have an ex that faked cancer, and so
what the fuck?
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the story I told. Like I started off by literally going, so the weather's kind of hot here, isn't it? Everyone started talking. I go, yeah. So my girlfriend faked cancer, and that was my transition, and we just went into it.
Cannot.
It's post-processed. I'm smiling. I'm alive. I'm good now. I'm like, well, just like her, I am also. I'm doing good.
Yeah. I'm persevering.
Just like her, I'm also cancer-free.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh my god. What is the logic though? Like.
Oh, it was like, I'm pretty much gonna do the bit, I guess.
If you
But
want
not
to,
really.
you can. But if like, I know that you don't necessarily like, because
We'll see. This is another way for me to,
there you go. Okay.
So pretty much, she was very, what's the word? Oh yeah, verbally abusive. And it was just like nonstop beratement over and over again. Like, oh, you're a piece of shit, horrible. And I'm like, wait, mom and dad do this all the time, so I think I'm in a good relationship. It's okay, your parents aren't here, you can laugh.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking in the next room.
Schlong dick. And then that was just happening over and over again. But then I'm just going to cut to the chase. End of the day, we broke up, and I did not... At that time when we broke up, I still thought the cancer was real. But again, she was just so horrible, I realized I got to leave the situation. So like, I felt horrible thinking, wow, I left someone.
You're like,
that
damn,
can't
she's
survive.
gonna die, and I'm gonna have this guilt on me.
Exactly, thank you. You understand, right? But then after some time, enough therapy...
You
I was
faked
like,
cancer. you know.
You get it, yeah. I was like, oh.
I've had a lot of friends whose like their girlfriends.
Fake cancer?
Yeah, they pretend they're pregnant. They always
Oh.
fake pregnancies / abortions, miscarriages.
Oh.
So many girls do that to get the guy to stay with them.
It works.
Yeah.
It's effective.
It works.
It's
Yeah,
effective.
yeah, no, it does.
Unfortunately,
It does.
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So after I finished, like, shitting, vomiting, and pissing all over myself.
Yeah.
I was trying to make
one
a.
does.
Yeah, now it was forced. Just like that implosion. It was forced. That joke. So I left her, and then a year and a half later, I'm at some pregame with a bunch of buddies of mine in Chicago, and we're having a grand old time, and I'm introducing myself to everyone, just being myself, and then we're gonna reenact this. So I see a guy, and I'm just talking to him, and I go, "Yo, what's up? My name's Justin, and your name's?"
Done.
Don. Oh, thank God. He almost gave the real name. And then, yeah. I was like, oh, please, no one.
I'll blur it out.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
No, it's not Don, so you can keep it in.
My name's Julianna.
Face So, and then while I'm shaking my head, I'm like, yo, that name sounds familiar. That was my ex's ex before me, like his name. And so I go,
It's the one your girlfriend tells you not to worry about.
Exactly. And I'm like, yo, do you have an ex named by chance? Her name's Catherine. Do you have an ex named Catherine by chance?
We'll blur it out, yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
I don't hate white women.
I was going to say it's a little too white for you.
It's a little too white for me.
My name's Laura.
It was so then. So I was like, yo, did you have a nice name by chance? And then he's like, oh shit. How many times did she pretend to have cancer with you? And he saw my mouth drop and he realized,
man.
You didn't know. And the reason, the way he figured it out was that he worked as a pharmaceutical consulting firm, right? And he was staffed on a project for a drug that was for the cancer she was faking.
Oh my God, how convenient.
And so what he was learning on the job about the medication schedule, the actual appointments, and the doctor visits was not lining up with what she said she was doing. And that's how he caught her. And I'm like...
He got the job to cure her cancer. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I went to school for 8 years for this
Yeah.
shit.
I was like, where were you when I was going through this? Why didn't you reach out to me? But yeah. And now, I just realized I was about to give out docs information, so I stopped myself.
This isn't going to go up live, so if anyone says anything, we'll just cut it out before it goes live.
Here's our address if you guys want to send an email.
Nothing upset.
Yeah, so 813...
Yo, that was... Never mind.
That's my social security number.
800-588-2300.
Yeah. Go ahead. Finish it off. Yeah, and that's where he left off the joke. He's like, you want to know what happened? What I did to confront her?
And I go,
Well,
I guess we'll never know. And then I just walked out. Wait, what'd she say? I missed it.
What'd you say?
Continued, and then you just left.
I show her nude, and then I just...
Wait, say that again.
No, I
your
didn't do
voice
that.
is cutting
I thought
out. It
that's what
sounded
you
like that's what
said.
you said. Your voice is cutting again. What is going on?
We continued.
To be continued.
That's literally what he said.
Yeah.
To be continued, yeah.
Oh my God.
And
Is
now
my
I
mic
just-
still fucked up?
We heard
that time, but yeah, I don't
Okay.
know what's going on. We'll fix it next time.
Continued. I love how the time we tried to hear you the last time, instead of like showing us your lips so we could lip read, you just covered it and made it harder.
And even though we're wearing headphones, we leaned in.
Yeah, we're in headphones. Yeah, why did we lean in? Mannerisms.
Good shit. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun one. So stick around, guys, for part 2. When I decide if I
Stick
should-
around for the podcast episode like 10 episodes from now.
Yeah.
Justin's like, yeah, anyway, so I won't tell you where I buried her body, but she's full dead. I sent her on this really cool sub that goes to the bottom of the Titanic.
No, she's alive
yeah.
and well.
Yeah, no, you're like, I won't tell you guys how, but I managed to give her cancer.
Like a cancer ray.
Yeah. So I went to work for this company, right, that are making the cancer ray.
Yeah.
And I gave her cancer.
Funded by the DoD. So,
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you see that? So the whole conversation around AI is going around, right? Did you see that story in the news where the guy in the military was like, oh, we're using AI for this. And then like a day later, they were like, the entire fucking DoD was like, no, we're not. That is hypothetical. We never would do that. But what they said they did
that
was...
man is now dead.
Yeah, literally. He
God.
sadly killed himself. It's a lifetime of depression.
Yeah.
You know,
He
what a
killed
guy.
himself with 5 bullets to the back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He had
himself
spasming
that way,
asshole,
yeah.
spasming stomach, you know, all these things. They found him at the bottom of the Titanic. Yeah.
Understandable.
But like, so what they were doing was they were trying to do AI strikes with drones because what could go wrong, right? And they were telling like the AI, they were like, well, you'll get points if you hit who we want, and you get no points if you hit somebody white, you know. So they're like, no, yeah. Anyway, so they're like, you get no points. So they were
Like-
trying to.
Not hit anything that they weren't aiming for.
Right, which you
Civilians.
it's just impossible to get but as humans we can't possibly think of enough blockades
Scenarios.
we can't think of
Yeah.
enough scenarios to cover them in. So basically what the
So
AI
that's
was
what they
doing,
used.
yeah. So basically they like for example they had a target and they told the AI we don't want to hit this person. You will get no points if you hit this person. So what
Can't
the
say
AI,
like the people with red shirts, like the red coats, or
well
something
that too,
like
but
that.
but like basically the AI knew there was in this hypothetical scenario that existed that the AI knew there was someone that would give it points if the U.S. didn't want to kill that person.
Yeah.
Somebody would. So it basically tried to kill the operator so that it could get points for it for some other country.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god! Or
Wild.
just prevent anyone else from getting points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, over me. And they're like, oh, that's just our bot. That's fine.
Is that like the paperclip?
Kill the operator.
What is that thing called? The paperclip scenario or whatever? It's like the AI is like conditioned to make paperclips and that's its job. And it's like, okay, most efficiently find a way to make as many paperclips as you can. And it uses like all of the Earth's resources and like unintentionally kills
It
everyone
uses
to
all
make...
of our bones.
Yeah, to make paperclips. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's never gonna work out. So I hate that we're toying with it. I kind of want to live a few more years. But yeah, I just thought it was wild that this dude in the military was just like, yeah, well, we're fucking killing everybody, and they're like, actually, we would never do that. That is just
Actually,
something
the
we
AI
thought
killed
about.
him.
Yeah.
It was his
That's
fault.
funny.
He
There's
did
just
it.
like a drone imprint, like there's like through his chest.
Comes out.
Both through
Yeah,
him.
like fucking alien.
Yeah.
They're like, it was natural causes.
This straight up sounds like a Rick and Morty episode. Just
True.
comes out of
His skull's like cut in half via propeller. They're like, damn, sucks he had to kill himself this way.
I had to kill
Rough.
propeller.
Yeah, rough. That sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in the podcast, we're skipping over a few conversation points for the sake of time. You can find the extra half hour of laughs on our Patreon. Again, find all that and more at patreon.com/PEQUEño, so excuse the awkward segue and have a terrible evening.
He's just like, I'm so stressed and so overworked to, oh my god, I have so much free time to make videos and make more money off of stuff I enjoy doing.
I shit you not, taxes this year is going to be a fucking nightmare. For good reasons, though.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be from a bunch of different places, like the places you get income
No,
from, though.
yeah, well, and even before the past few years, because like the first year when I did Byte, I got money from Byte and TikTok and somebody else. So I was like,
Some guy just.
yeah. Some guy in an alley paid me for a video. I don't know. I had my dick in it. I never saw it anywhere, so.
Well, then not to include my face, so we're good.
Yeah, I did have to include my face, so I'm good. I've thought about that too, but people are like, get an OnlyFans, and I'm like,
I'm born now.
how do I just have like a sheet put up in the corner. You can see my posters through it, so everyone's like, we know it's you.
Like your dick has 2 red cheeks, like
No, it'd be the balls are red, right?
It's so funny. Daniel's head, dickheads. Like it's Pikachu. So funny. Yeah.
Whew. Well, this is fun. I'm gonna go hang myself now.
Did you hear about like that one girl who has the AI? she's like an OnlyFans like content creator.
Oh, yeah,
or whatever. Yeah. And she made the AI where you can pay like $1 a minute or something to be like your girlfriend. And then this news reporter like messaged it, and immediately it was like, I'm a 5'6" brunette with perky tits and a big ass, and this guy's like on the news, and he's like, oh,
on the news, getting hard. He's like, well,
He got
anyway,
caught
that's all
on-
the time we have for the day. Our cum meter's going even higher today.
off the charts.
Yeah, he asked the like AI and was like, hello, Carabot, how are you? What's up? And then she just started like going
Sex.
into, yeah, and it was like sex, and I was like, oh, it's probably because like that's all people have like talked to it about, so it's probably like, yeah, it's just like, all right, this is what I assume you're gonna want, so
Except her
let's get to the point.
Her team was treating it like a problem. I don't know if they were just being stupid or if like they were just trying to do it for marketing's sake, but they were like, oh no, it's gone sexual. That's not what we wanted it to do. And I was like, what do you mean it's not what you wanted it to do? That's what everyone wants it to do.
Dude, did you notice this month barely any companies
It was Pride
did,
Month?
like,
Yeah.
No,
sorry.
like barely any, but it's on that topic. Barely any companies like did like the rainbow like banners.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
they
catching
did.
on.
Like hardly any did. I hardly saw any. Like I can't
Because
even think
that's
of
been the
one
meme
that
now for like
used it.
3 years, I feel like, is that every, like, right before everyone's like, all these companies going to come back and rebrand. Like, I remember last year, like, all of the apps on your phone changed.
All
that didn't
rainbow.
happen this year.
Yeah.
They
even
stopped
on like
caring,
Twitter,
yeah.
like all their little logos would change.
Yeah.
and everything. And it's just like, no, not anymore. I was like,
I think it's
only-
so funny that some intern, at all these places was like, say, so can I put up like our like gay logo for lack of a better word? And they were like, nah, we do, don't do it this year. And he's like, oh, but why? And they're like, fuck you, kid.
you're fired.
Yeah, we had you do that because there's nothing to do as an intern.
Also, I've noticed this month, like,
Careful.
LG
Careful!
All these gays running.
No!
Whoa.
This is a little bit of an edgy take, but also like not edgy. because
That was
it's,
the show,
like-
guys.
Yeah. All right.
Not only is
let's mute
33%
the
of
mic.
our podcast team gay, but 33% of our audience is gay too, so keep that in mind.
All right, time to mute this bitch's mic. Boop.
Daniel?
Yeah. No. But like, there's been like so much like hate for like non-binary, non-gender conforming people like all over the internet lately. Like it's just been like just out there, and nobody like cares. Nobody's like standing up for it, or like any of the celebrities who would normally talk about it. They're not saying anything either, and I'm like, holy shit. Like Lady Gaga, she posted an ad on her Instagram that was a pharmaceutical for Pfizer. Like it was actually like a brand thing, and I was like, oh, this has to be like fake, man.
My queen.
Yeah. Oh. Everybody in the comments section was though. Everybody's like, this has to be fake because like what was it, 2013 or something? She released like a perfume, but that was because like her marketing team made her do it, and she was like, I hate money. I don't want to do this. Whenever she was doing the interviews, she was like, this is cringe. I'm only doing it because I have to. Like, because they were like, what's the perfume like? Is it good? And she's like, yeah, it makes you smell like a slut, so if that's what you're going for, then like, I was like, oh, thanks.
Buy it. Slamming down the quarters. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, anyway, so plebes, would you guys like
Drink
medicine?
it?
She's like, buy Pfizer, buy medicine. I'm like, I think it's so weird too that like, in the US at least, they like advertise like prescription drugs, you know? That's like weird. It's like this one was like for migraines, because like, I guess she's had issues with that because she's got like fibromyalgia, so she has like pain with her body and like headaches and stuff. So like, I guess that's related, but it's also like, dang, when she becomes so like, about the money all of a sudden, because that's like not her thing. So I was like, this feels like somebody like is holding her captive and like posting on her social media. So like
Me.
a bunch of people were like commenting about stuff and were like, who are you? And people were like roasting her, and then like over the next 2 days, she posted, like, apology stuff and everything, and, like, she said, like, oh, I'm sorry, I've been so busy, like, doing other stuff, like, I've been trying to work on this for you guys, and I've been trying to make art through this, and I'm, like, working for the government right now, like, in the art department to support blah, 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 and I'm like, dude, lady.
Your fucking voice clipped out.
I say, you don't have to post about why you don't want to post. That's fucked up that people, like, expect that from you, but yeah, but, like, people are basically like, Lady Gaga, it's your fault right now that people are, like, hating on non-binary and non-gender conforming people. And I was like,
That's
oh my
a good
God.
chain of logic, yeah.
They're like, you benefited off the LGBTQ, you made your brand from them, and now you're doing nothing. And I was like,
Yeah. That reminds me of a tweet exactly where, like, someone said something a little saucy, and then somebody quote tweeted and put, like, at CIA, at Lady Gaga, at, like, all these people. And then part of goes, like, damn, this dude tried to call him the Avengers. Because he, like, added every famous person trying to get them to...
Lady Gaga, get him!
Yeah,
Get
get
his
him
ass!
after him.
And then, like, the comment section, it was, this was, like, a lot of, okay, it was, like, a lot of Australian people, and they were like, I can't believe you were, like, advertising to us, this is illegal! But then I guess it's because, like, in Australia, they don't, like, allow people to talk about prescription medication.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to try to
Outside the US.
influence people.
Yeah.
Yeah, to try to influence
No
people.
one's on it in Australia.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Why they
basically,
have
like,
aliens over there and no one's taking their fucking meds.
Yeah,
Has
yeah,
anyone been
so-
down there to check if these kangaroo shakes really fucking exist? Or are they all just off their fucking meds?
16-legged
We know
spiders.
Abby's off her meds, yeah. Because she tells me when she is.
You're just like, you know, they don't take medication there. And if they do, they become kangaroos. That's the rules. That's the rules.
The way they talk? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, buddy.
Fake.
Okay, buddy.
Fake.
More from our meds, yeah, right? Nah, that's
Or
all right.
Farliar. Yeah.
Perfect. We have, like, the second highest country for us is Australia, by the way. Do you know that?
Next time
I mean, there's only, like, 5
Well-
continents, continents,
Well, I'm sorry, Aussies. Y'all were going crazy in the in the comments section. It was like
There's one of those jack kangaroos outside my door. Oh, shit.
You just see me get kicked back into that house when I'm trying to leave.
Yeah, like a rag doll. My spine's just kicked
Oh,
in half.
God! Yeah.
Dude, it was them, like, commenting a bunch of hate stuff, and then like white gay dudes, like twink, like a bunch of them. They're the ones who are like NPCs who just like spam like yes queen, like that's like the only like phrase they know. Like those ones who have like no personality.
The ones that Black TikTok calls out all the time for stealing. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
like, but for
Oh, yeah,
real,
yeah,
though.
yeah, exactly,
For
yeah.
real, man. The next day she posted something like from like a book that was like from like radical black feminism, and people were like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, sorry queen, but I'm not reading all that. Ew, read it. And then
all that.
somebody was like, yeah, that's a no for me. I'm not reading that. Either good for you or I'm sorry that happened, question
I
mark.
don't know. 'Cause I
And
didn't
then
read.
yeah, and then that, and they're like, okay, so like you still like that joke from 2015, huh? That's cool. And then the person's like, eat arsenic, bitch. And I was like, dude, calm down. Calm down.
All
This
my
is so
advice are
aggressive.
insane.
This is why I deleted Twitter. All this
can't,
shit. It's
yeah,
funny,
you
but it's funny hearing about it from people that have it. I'm good without it.
Dude, it was like a bunch of like, you know, like teenager kids or whatever, like Gen Z kids who were just like, I don't know, they just like absorb like media and then spit it back out, and they have
No
no
critical
other
thinking.
personality
Yeah.
but that. And it's so weird. They're
Me.
just like, don't bully, this is mean, but then they go like tell people to kill themselves like immediately in this chat, and like the person under it was like, hey, so like this is literally talking about like black women losing their children over these issues, right? And you're totally like, the problem is that people ignore that, and you literally are doing exactly that by not reading it. Like that's the joke, man. That's why it's ironic that you're doing this. And then the kid was like, don't bring race into this. And the person was like, bruh, I'm done. I'm done.
Bruh, yeah.
I was like, oh my god. And then like this other like gay dude, white boy, he was like, fuck Lady Gaga. First of all, I'm sorry that she just had like a horny slutty age in her 20s. She is not for the LGBTQ. She was never even gay or anything. Like, and then he was talking about
Bruh, come
bisexual people being like fake gay, and I was like, bro, it's
yeah.
Pride Month, man.
Yeah.
You are in the LGBTQ community.
The mic's cutting out the gay one.
being censored.
Being censored.
Oh my god. But for real though, like all this month I've seen like it's like everywhere and I'm like, it's literally Pride Month though. Like why does it happen like the one month like you guys should be like, you know, like
together?
I thought it was
Switching sides.
like, yeah.
Switching sides. That's such a good name.
My favorite of those when you were like, the I ain't reading all that. My second favorite was we got ourselves a chatterbox. And my favorite one is, geez, publish it to a journal.
Pain.
Daniel, you heard John when he was like, Yapperville over here every time I was like talking.
Yeah. Such a dad thing to say. That's funny.
He does that to me all the time. I'm like, hey, this is some interesting like shit happening, right? And I try to like educate him on stuff, and he's like, boring. And I'm like,
yeah. I don't know why you try, but
interview question. Like I told him like some stuff he could talk about, and then the lady who interviewed him yesterday was like, whoa, good answer. That is a really interesting take I have never heard before. And I'm like, bro, listen to me.
This guy.
Yeah, no, but the gay dudes were like,
we're back.
I love dick. People who are under the bisexual umbrella, fakes. Pick a side.
That's
Pick
the
a
way it's always been, though. It's really weird to me that, like, gay people are so uptight about, like, bisexual people. I'm like, what do you
think
fucking...
they'd be looser?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fucked up.
It's the ones who are literally, like, the Yas Queen ones. Like,
yeah.
Like, they, like, hate anybody who isn't, like, a part of, like, the Yas Queen group. And I'm like, dude, that's insane to me. Like, and then, like, I commented under it and was like, hey, this is kind of like...
You commented? What app is this on?
Yeah, I know, on Instagram.
Julianna, what are you doing? No one's gonna listen to you.
And literally her thing pops up and says, hey, please don't spread hate.
Oh,
like, when you start typing something, it immediately says that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, this... Yeah,
I guess I won't call her a slur, you know. Those things help no one, but yeah.
Like, I was like, this is kind of, like, biphobic. Like, I know there's, like, a lot of, like social, like, norms about, like, you know, it's easier to be, like, heteronormative presenting or whatever. So, like, because, like, he was like, she's never even had a girlfriend. She was just a slut for girls. And I was like, bro, that's just, like, implying bisexual people are just, like, you know, it's just like a phase, or they're just like sluts. And I'm like, that's kind of messed up. And you know, like a lot of people who are like bisexual will only show like their straight relationships and not any queer relationships because like they don't feel comfortable showing that. Like because, you know, societal expectations. But like these people are like, fakes, you're all fake. If you're not even out and proud. And I'm like, you know, people can be in the closet. There are gay people in the closet. That's real. But yeah, happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
What a great closer.
Yeah. Great closer. Everybody's fucked.
You know, you sent that picture of like a blob in the group chat, and then like the article said like Disney releases its first non-binary character.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what the?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Did you see that headline that they were like first non-binary character, and I was like, bruh, the 18th one. And it was some.
What was it? It was like a blob, and you're like, oh yes, the non-binary character drinking itself, and I was like, what is this?
Okay, so there was an episode where we talked about, there's an article that's like Disney's 17 first gay characters, because they keep bringing it up to get, you know, pandering. But they're all like mythical, ugly ass characters, is the joke.
Yeah, like none of them are like real.
None of them are people. So like one of them is like this one-eyed, ugly ass Cyclops. Yeah, none of them are people.
No.
Wrong context.
Wrong context, yeah. One of them is like this fucking ugly ass Cyclops, and Nick is like, oh look, it's gay. Oh, it's so...
My favorite
this is how you look, right?
This is how you look.
Yeah, look, this is you. Ugh.
I've seen those TikToks and memes about like, when a video game character's gay, and it's a guy coding, it's like orientation equal gay. And they're like changing his orientation attribute.
Yeah, and this time it followed it exactly. That I was like, this has got to be some ugly ass, unreal character, and it's a literal water. The character is water, and it's sitting in this picture that the article took, and it's drinking water.
Gender fluid.
Yeah, it's drinking gender fluid. Oh, that's a great joke. That is great.
That's funny.
Oh
Why
my
did I think of
gosh.
that? It was right there. Damn. That was good.
Oh my gosh.
And not only was it water, but like there was a better looking water character in this movie, and they make the ugly one the non-binary one. I'm like, bruh, in Pride Month?
Yeah.
Fucking mic cut out. Hold on. Start over.
I love the face she makes. I can't even do it.
It's
Just
cut.
like you.
There you go.
It's
there you go.
ugly.
That's it, just like you.
Just like you. Just like you. We're gonna get that shit figured out, but yeah. Anyway, no, Justin's like, man, I fucking hate this room. I gotta get out of here.
It's great.
But yeah, glad to have you. What do you want to pump up for yourself before you head out? Where can people find you?
You can find me in the middle of the ocean. No, you won't. I don't have that type of money. My name's Justin. What's up, gang? I've always wanted to do that on some TV show or like type of YouTube video. Like, what's up, guys? If Daniel knows me, that's what I'm like in real life.
Yeah.
I met up with Daniel like a week ago when I was about to do my stand-up bit, and he goes, "Oh, I forgot. Hanging out with you is just a series of bits." That's who I am. But yeah,
I'm just a test subject. I'm just like, I'm like the average audience member. It's just, Daniel, you're mid-age white. Like,
Keep it going. Keep it
mid-age
going.
white. I guess I'll plug my social.
yeah.
Damn, I wish I had a little QR code.
I'll link it in here.
Oh, even
Oh
better.
shit.
No, that's
QR code.
See, Blink-182, we love you. We got yeah. I love Blink-182.
The QR code just links to that fucking like cum counter for the news.
You get him with that? Oh my god.
Cum counter jump scare.
I'm gonna take a video of shit in my washing machine just spinning,
Yeah.
and then we'll upload that to a server and then
Hashtag Titanic
put
Sub.
that on the queue.
Oh, that is nasty.
No, yes. Wow, we're like edging my Instagram handle. It's just JHawk95.
Too bad.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I just be on Instagram sometimes. Yeah, but that's me. I'm in New York. I'm gonna be doing a lot more stand-up. Gonna be doing some other creative stuff. Hopefully writing my book. I've been talking about that forever, but
Yeah, well, good to have you.
thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so funny if I had no pants on.
We both just stand up with dicks
We just
balls
have
out.
dicks balls out.
Hey for each other, guys. My brother was telling me yesterday, holy crap, his friend is like a medical scribe or whatever you call it. Mm-hmm. And he works in this office where people go and see their like general practitioners for checkups and stuff. So it's never like emergency services type things. People are just coming in there for regular appointments. And he was helping the guy in there, and he went into the room with him and was like checking him in and asking like, you know, like your patient information. Like, he's not the one who does any of the vitals, but he was just typing in like, oh, you have any like prescription medications that you're allergic to? What's your date of birth? Right? And like the guy was like, oh, my back. Oh, my back. And like he's like, oh, okay, sir, I'm sorry. And like he was just coming in because like, I don't know, he was having back pain and he was gonna come in for that. And all of a sudden he heard the man like, ah! And he was like, and like it was like thud, and he hit the ground, and he looks back, and this guy was like 60, 63 or something. It's not like really old. And not
you
like
may have said this because didn't you have to get someone from next door to like help him pick him up?
that did happen, but this just happened yesterday. Like,
I did the flashback in time thing.
Oh, I think you're thinking of one of our Patreons actually told the story of someone dying.
Maybe,
at
yeah.
like a nursing home. Holy shit. Yeah, it's basically like that, except it's like the cast of the fucking Office works at this hospital or something. Like, these people are absolutely
Just carrying
ridiculous.
chili.
Like they're like not real people. And I'm like, you guys are medical professionals, and this is how you act. Anyways, he goes and he's like, "Sir, are you okay?"
Is this John, or are you saying this is a friend of John's?
His best friend.
Okay. I can't imagine John doing this.
No. Adichie Jochi is his friend AJ. He I don't even know what hospital he works at. But anyways, he was checking him in and doing that shit, and he heard him collapse. He made a death rattle. He died. And all of a sudden,
shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
that's
a death
what
rattle?
Like you know, in like movies when people are like and then die.
That's called a death rattle?
That's like real. Either you hear like their chest rattling from their last breath,
Ew,
or like they're like,
really?
Yeah. So basically,
Ew.
he heard that, and
So that's
he
the
went and
sound
checked-
zombies make, basically.
Kind of, yeah. Which is like accurate, I guess.
Yeah, the last breath, every breath.
Yeah.
It's deep, bro. Down.
Oh, holy
Sorry.
shit! I don't even think they knew they were doing that. Night of the Living Dead.
If I were a zombie, I'd be like, man, I know I was dead because of the death rattle sound I'd be making. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no.
back to your
He was
story.
like, over him, like, "Sir, are you okay?" And then all of a sudden, it's like the worst stinky smell. Like the dude shits himself, right?
Oh,
'Cause, like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot
Well.
of the time their bowels release and remove everything that's in there, right? When they die, and so he's like, sir, and like went and got the doctor he works with who was gonna check on the guy, and the doctor's like,
He's pushing the shit back
yeah,
in the guy's
yeah,
ass.
the doctor's like,
Sir.
doctor's like, well, he's dead, and like he checked him for like, yes, and then he's like, well, what'd you do? And then he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, I was turned around. I don't even know what happened. Like, and then he's like, what was he complaining about? What's wrong with him? And he's like, well, he's dead, but I don't know what he was coming in for. And then, like, on the mic chart it was saying just back pain. And he was like, oh, he was complaining about his back. And that's basically all he said before he passed, right? And he's like, that's interesting. And he's like, well, gotta go tell his wife because she's out there. And I was like,
He goes out there and he's like, yeah, the kid killed your husband, by the way. I don't fucking know what happened.
yeah, they were basically like, no. So then they go and call like the emergency people from the emergency room, and they're just like, all right, try to do like compressions, try to see like, and it's like, okay, but like, didn't you guys kind of confirm he was already dead a few minutes ago? I guess it's like procedure to try to attempt life-saving, stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so they're like just kind of like doing chest compressions on this guy. And it was like, yeah, AJ said you could hear like the ribs breaking. And then the nurses were like, oopsie. And I was like,
What? Oh.
right? So then they,
Oh my gosh.
they're
pushing the shit out of his body.
Oh my god, yeah, basically.
Out of his dead body.
basically.
Blood is just out of his mouth.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
Ew.
Yes,
Bro.
yes. And then they cut his shirt open for his chest, and they start doing like electric, yeah, right? Yep.
Sets him on fire.
Yeah, and then
Oh
and then
shit,
they're like,
he's on fire.
and then they're like,
Burned his nipples off.
And then one of the emergency nurses was like, hold on, I'm gonna shave his chest, right? And she's like shaving his chest to get it to work better.
But she's going up and down valleys because they cracked all of his ribs.
No. And then she slices off his nipple with the razor. She cuts the nipple fucking completely off. Slices the nipple off, and the nurses start cracking up. And like they start laughing their asses off, and they're like, "Oh my god, can you believe that flew off?" And like, kid
We're
is
back
just
on
sitting there.
nurse hate.
The kid's just sitting there horrified. Like, he's like, this can't be real. This cannot be real.
This is an Office episode.
Yeah, he says, what am I getting myself into, freaking out? And then he's like, the doctor's like, all right, well, we tried the life-saving, stuff. Time to go tell the wife.
The nurse picks up the nipple and starts like sticking it to her own. Everyone's playing around with it. And he's like, ah! It's like the Joker. Everyone's like, no, look, his nipple's big as mine. And they're like,
ew.
What is going on?
Yeah, he was just sitting there like, he went to school, got like his BS, and now he's trying to go to medical school to be a doctor. And I'm like, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, no kidding.
I think he was mostly shocked because, like, in the department he works in, like, stuff like that would normally never happen. So he was just like, this is just the checkup stuff. I don't know why there's people dying. So he walked out with the doctor.
Literally, that's the worst case. Oh, my back kind of... And then they cut his nipple off and break his ribs. What the fuck is going on?
Or like a really fat guy, or anything where you would see him and just like think really unhealthy, right? He just looked totally normal.
That's judgmental, Juliana.
Well, I don't know. Maybe his skin's falling off. I don't know. Like it didn't look like he was. Yeah, it didn't look like he was dying or anything.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like he would have had any like heart problems, I guess. And he wasn't complaining about his chest. He was complaining about his back. So like that's why he was so confused about it. And so him and the doctor go out there, and he's just kind of standing there while the doctor's like, so ma'am, yeah, he's dead. And I was like, that's how they tell the family? And I was like, and like she was just like in disbelief. Like she was like, you're joking.
Yeah.
You're joking. He just went in here for a regular checkup. And then they're like, no, yeah, we tried life-saving end-of-life care.
Yeah,
And
all of his ribs are broken. There's a fist-sized hole in him. Don't worry about that. His nipple is gone.
Exactly.
I ate it.
And it's like in a way worse shape than it came in.
Literally.
Like at this point. Like
Is she
she's
suing
beaten
them?
up and shit.
You can
Well,
sue for that.
There's no way really for her to know because they carted the body out. So
Should we be talking about this?
no, I'm not saying any of their names, so it's not patient confidentiality.
Yeah, it could just be made up.
It's not. What? No, I know. I had to learn about this stuff. If I said the doctor's name and the hospital and then the names of the patients.
That would give our podcast so much eyes if we got sued for this.
My gosh. Yeah, so the wife was just, crying and kind of like freaking out and didn't believe it. And then my brother's friend had to go back to the desk in the lobby.
He's like, damn. Anyway, Apple Podcast reviews. I'm going to review 611 from Your Mother. So I started listening to this podcast like a week and a half ago, and I'm on episode 29 already. Woo, I've been listening to it nonstop. It's the only podcast I can get into. I'll literally be listening to it and just burst out laughing, and my family looks at me like I'm insane. They're probably right. Anyways, I love this so much, and yeah, heart. Aw.
Heart.
Well, thank you. I'm
Heart
sorry.
to you too.
Yeah, you probably have gone insane listening to 29 episodes of us doing
I know,
this.
right? I'm like, jeez. Good Lord.
She hasn't
It's
even
like-
listened. Juliana hasn't even listened to one. Next
I'll
one from
just play it out
612 titled Says, hi. I'm a relatively new listener, and I just wanted to say hello. Love this funky, goofy little podcast. Hello.
Thank you.
We'll hit the Spotify ones real quick. The last poll that we had was, what would you do if you woke up and there was shit on your toes? The options were scream, who are you? Kill the culprit, and unalive. And kill the culprit.
Toes.
Kill the culprit won 42%. Gonna speed through these real quick. I'm listening to this right after I lost my job to cheer me up. Oh, okay. Well, keep up the great work, guys.
Don't worry, I'm
Walkie
unemployed
Slush.
as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Walkie Slush to you, sir.
Thank you. It could be a woman, all right? Or someone
Or
non-binary.
ma'am. Or you fine viewer.
Next one from Dragon the Hero. I listened to this walking to my dog and while playing mobile games. Also, boy, I hope I've been roofied is one of the funniest and most horrible things I've heard from you guys. Cheers to you all. Next one says balls. Thanks. I was listening to this in the car while my dad was on a very important business call, so I had to keep myself from laughing while my dad talked about real estate and the government. That's funny.
Next time, record your father and share the secrets. We'll post it on the podcast.
Yes.
Teach
Yes,
us
after
the
we make the money from
state.
it. Spoil the government's land.
Give me your money.
Give me government land. The government speaking to the Native Americans.
Yeah, I was just
Anyway.
gonna say, manifest destiny, colonizer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have the shiniest meat bicycle. Please read this in the most deranged voice.
I have the shiniest meat bicycle.
Okay.
Like Marlon Brando.
I have the shiniest meat bicycle.
I've been watching you guys since episode 3, and I think I've developed Stockholm Syndrome because I sincerely think it's going to get better, yet there's always shit talk.
Well,
Well,
make it through this one.
yeah,
shocker
they're
there.
gonna not make it through here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you will not be surprised.
I love the podcast, and I too look insane laughing to myself, despite the fact that you guys are racist. JK, I love your stuff, and I'll be here for a while. Okay. Hey there, Mr. Fingal McDingledoodle here. Just wanted to say I wish John drove off that cliff, leaving Daniel stranded on a mountain.
Oh, you know what? It
JK,
wasn't
but-
even that far. You could have walked down easily, and me and John would have been dead. Like the road, the road to get to that cliff. You could
Yeah.
easily walk down, but me and
True.
John would not have survived that fall down into the valley.
I feel like you would have, because that's your luck. You would have survived it and
my
been paralyzed with all the stuff you currently have already.
Could you imagine if it's like I could move one finger and that's it?
And they made you plug your own ass with that finger.
Oh my
What'd you say?
I said, wait, that means I could communicate. I could type. Okay.
I thought you said that means I can masturbate.
I have no feeling, but I can do that.
with the one finger.
Right. You technically could. You could.
That's terrible. You could do that. Patron notes. So C Clan's note. Pequeno, I'm sorry, but I really only have one request from you. My request is that you rank all 50 states from best to worst, or the other way around. I'm paying for a full list here, so I'd appreciate it if you include all 50 states. Include the metrics you use in your decisions and qualify each ranking, please. Holy shit. Also,
okay,
I have a quick
I'll rank
question.
it. Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada.
Oh, your voice cut out. We couldn't hear those last few states. Oh, no.
Oregon,
It's still cutting out.
Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah.
Fucking cutting off again.
West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Okay, final ranking. Here we go. Starting from the worst, going to the best. Florida, Delaware, Ohio, Arizona, Utah, Mississippi, Connecticut, North Dakota, Missouri, Nevada, Nebraska, South Carolina, Rhode Island, Idaho, West Virginia, Kansas, Georgia, South Dakota, Oklahoma, Virginia, Massachusetts, Alabama, Indiana, Illinois, Wyoming, Iowa, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Carolina, New Jersey, Maryland, Arkansas, Montana, Vermont, Alaska, Oregon, Tennessee, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, Colorado, California, Washington, Minnesota, Hawaii, Louisiana, Wisconsin, to Kentucky, Maine, and Michigan.
Wow.
There you go.
Good job.
Thank
Woo.
you.
You had Alaska up there higher than I was expecting. Most people are like, Alaska, cringe.
Isn't Alaska really nice though? Like, why do
Heard it's
people
beautiful.
dislike it? Yeah, it's beautiful, and like
My friend's staying there
native
for the
people are
summer.
really nice,
working
like,
there.
I
Oh,
don't-
my best friend is Native Alaskan.
oh, cool.
The one you met.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I only met Alessandra.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
She's
the one.
working at a
That's them.
that's the one.
Also, I have a quick question. Who would win in a coattail riding competition, Rob Schneider or Jaden Smith? Keep in mind, neither of these people would have any success without direct intervention from Adam Sandler or the Fresh Prince.
Gosh, true.
I'd have to say Jaden, right? Because Jaden's like still super rich and doing very well versus I haven't heard a single fucking thing Rob Schneider's been in.
Yeah.
Like even Adam Sandler's not keeping Rob Schneider afloat now. My Pinterest is at Gonzaga University, degree-free download. Last note from Jimbo Bimbo. The Pequeno capsules, am I pronouncing that right? Puckano? Pequeno? The Pequeno capsules remembered June 6th of the year of our Lord 2023 at 5:44 p.m. when I last sent my note. I am currently have 1 foot in the grave due to a 5-day EDM festival called Electric Forest in my town. To give you perspective, as of 2021 Roxbury, the township is in that I live in. As of 2021, Roxbury had a population of 441, and Electric Forest has an average attendance rate of 40,000 people per year. It is hell. It is hell for everyone, but it creates so much money. It's crazy. Moral of the story is hippies may look poor, but they have lots of money. Also, fuck old
so
people.
True. So true.
So true. Fuck old people.
The hipsters, man. Well, yeah, fuck old people too for ruining everything. But
literally,
oh my god, my friends went to an EDM.
Wait,
concert
let's end the episode on something.
Wait,
Take these fucking headphones off.
At the Gorge last.
We can keep talking. I just gotta take this shit off. So
okay,
just,
like
ending the episode.
A few days ago, they were at the Gorge.
Wait, no, say something.
The Gorge Amphitheater, and there was a shooting there. Anyways, the end. Continue. We're done.
That's the end of the episode. We end on a shooting, I guess. Goodbye, everybody. Stay safe, I guess.